Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast. Let me tell you about a big show I have coming up on December 10th, Tuesday night. We'll be out at Naked Vine. This is my monthly singer-songwriter storytelling showcase happening every second Tuesday of the month. And we'll be out there again December 10th with Jackson, Stokes, Caroline, Steinkamp, and Alexander Rui. This is an intimate listening room experience. 3 writers sitting on stools, playing their songs acoustic, sharing stories behind them. And it's a lot of fun. 7 p.m. start, $10 at the door. We'll get you in. And if you haven't been out to Naked Vine yet, you're missing out. Come on by, check it out, and find out for yourself why it's called the best city bar in the county. You can find everything at nakedvine.net. Be sure to follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And they're always serving up the best wine, whiskey, tequila, and local craft beers. Stop by Thursday, November 14th, as my good friend Nick Gussman takes the stage. Friday, November 15th, John Bonham and Friends. And Saturday, November 16th, the Ross Bell Band. Again, all this and more at nakedvine.net. Also want to give a quick shout out to Heil Sound. Check them out at heilsound.com today. Get yourself some new gear. Been loving this new microphone I have. I'm recording this intro on it right now. And so been having a ton of fun with this microphone. Pick yourself up one while you're over there at heilsound.com. Also, want to give a quick shout out to Joseph Meyer Club. They've been a big part of this show for a while now. And if you haven't been over there yet, go visit josephmeyerclub.com and pick up some of their brand new foaming aftershave. There's always free shipping over there. And if you enter my code RPPJMC20 during checkout, you can receive an exclusive 20% off of your order. Again, that's RPPJMC20 at josephmeyerclub.com. All right, everybody. I hope you're all digging this brand new intro you're about to hear. There's a big shout out to Michael Bivens and Dubflow for helping making this possible. And also, if you're interested, I do have hats and shirts for sale. If you would be interested in one, feel free to email me at rockpaperpodcast@gmail.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Feel free to just write me a message, say, hey, you're enjoying the show, or you have some suggestions or anything. I would love to hear from you. But thank you all for listening. Hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.
A podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
This is Sean Conway, and you listen to Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Scissors beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats scissors, Shane covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guest that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot. Could be rock, folk, country, or hip-hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock Paper Podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey, hey, hey. This is another episode of Rock Paper Podcast. Shane's not here. This is Brad Jackson coming in from a private location where we are filming a recording. We are recording in Shane's absence. And today's show, Tony, we have Tony Bertoglio here. Would you like to tell us what the show is brought to you by?
Yeah, this show is brought to you, Brad, by Franzia Boxed Wine. It is a Merlot, a dry red wine that says apparently it is medium-bodied. Looks like it's a medium dry, and it pairs well with pork, pasta, and date night.
Wow.
We'll throw it over to Zach Gibbons.
Wow. I'm Zach Gibbons, and today's podcast is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. Iced coffee drinks. Get them at your local Quick Trip. They're fantastic.
It's always time for Donkey.
Yeah, and I'll throw it on over to Isaac Chosich.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, buddy.
I'd just like to tell you all that this podcast is brought to you by mushrooms.
My mushrooms.
I can't wait to hear how many companies are going to sue us because of this.
Oh, yeah.
The one thing, you can
Everyone,
never get
they
sued
all
by
get-
mushrooms. That's the whole thing. You can get arrested
The Mario Brothers.
for
might.
mushrooms. You can get, what do they call tripping on shrooms? Is it like everything has like a,
The medical term?
well, I mean, do you get like twacked or something like what's like the,
What?
I don't know, like if you're, if you're coked out, you get like, there's like words for all this. When you smoke weed, you get stoned, you get high.
Yeah.
When you're tripping on shrooms,
I've always
are you
heard
just
you refer
tripping
to
on
it as
shrooms?
frying face.
Frying face?
Yeah, I mean,
The
frying.
alliteration is
Frying?
really key there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like fried?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all.
But I like the alliteration.
I'm
though.
fried.
Yeah.
That's all. So we're here today because we're promoting a show,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It's you give them the deets, Tony.
This was a show coming up on November 30th that we put together with the whole point was trying to get Craig Gerdes down here to play a show with Old Capitol.
Is it Gerdes?
Gerdes? Is it Gerdes?
Gerdes?
Gerdes? Gerdes. Craig, if you're out there hearing this, go ahead and
Gerdes.
feel free to call in and let us
This
know
is
how to
not
pronounce your
live.
last name.
Nobody's hearing
You
us.
can call in though. You can
yeah.
call in.
Yeah, you can call me. If you
That
know my
we're-
number, call in right now.
Yeah, just call in right now, man. It might be weeks later,
It'll be tight.
but we
Yeah.
would still like to know how to say your last name, so it's perfectly fine.
Or just tell us at the show.
Or yeah, you could just tell us there because
Yeah.
you'll be there.
Yeah.
Totally.
Unless you
When is the show? Just in case Craig forgets.
November 30th.
Yeah.
In November 30th. It's the Hard Living Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Who's he playing with?
Isaac. Isaac's going to be there.
Isaac, you're
Isaac
playing?
Chosich Smoke Association.
Yeah.
Isaac's gonna be
The
there.
fighting side.
The fighting side's going to be there.
Wow.
Chris Black and the Eagles of Unemployment.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot
I'm
of
down
good
with
things about that dude.
unemployment.
I'm down with Eagles. You know what I mean?
Oh, and then Old Capitol.
And then Old Capitol.
Old
So
Capitol Square Dance Club.
you're listening to this right now, and you saw that this came out via the Rock Paper Podcast page, and you were expecting to hear the trusty old voice of your boy Shane Presley. But Shane couldn't be here tonight. We made a plan, and this is the only thing I'll say about it. We made a plan that we were going to promote this show by meeting at a secret location and consuming a secret substance and secrets and then waiting about an hour and then hitting the record button and seeing if it got weird. And so we did that, and then Shane went ahead and called and due to weather said that he couldn't make it, but the deed had already been done.
Indeed.
And
Indeed it
things
had.
are just getting weirder by the moment.
Let's go to the recording.
And let's hear Shane.
Hey guys, I hate to be a bitch about this, but I'm not gonna make it. I'm on 70 and it's a skating rink out here. Already watched a couple people wreck off in the median.
I just want to paint the picture
Yeah.
for the audience here.
Can we break
that
down
at this moment
a play-by-play
my mouth
here?
is just full of said substance, and it's just and we're in the. And that message came through as I'm just chewing away like a cow in a pasture, you know. And so you hear that? Go ahead.
Your eyes got so big. Your eyes got so big.
Go ahead.
Walls and pulling everybody out of ditches and shit, and I'm just barely out of Winsville now.
And let's just note that we're gonna fucking drive home after this.
Oh
so
yeah,
this
absolutely,
is, yeah,
Shane.
Yeah.
Come
What?
on, man.
Nerd.
Anyways,
I think I'm going to turn around and head back because it's not getting any better, and there's all kinds of traffic. People barely
He's right
creeping
about
up the
one thing.
highway.
It's not getting any better.
It's really not getting any
He's
better.
very right about that.
Let's just go ahead and loop him
Yeah.
saying that for the next 45 minutes.
He sounds like fucking Dave Murray over there.
Sorry, guys.
We're sorry too, Shane.
We're sorry too,
We're
but
co-opting your fucking
Shane,
podcast.
absolutely. He said
He
that
was
if
so
we wanted to
apologetic.
record this thing anyway, he would post it. He said that, and that's very gracious of him to share his airtime
We're gonna continue to try and call him and get him on the line at some point here.
repeatedly.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let's just let's pick up how he typically would. Isaac, why don't you tell us what you've been up to musically, and just go ahead and give us the rundown on what you've been doing.
All right, guys. I'm starting to get cold now.
Oh, well, you know, I've been partying around town, making a
Nice.
fool out of myself everywhere I go.
I say it
This
pretty
sounds more like
regularly.
an AA meeting than a fucking promotion.
I say it pretty regularly, and I feel like there's probably a lot of people in town who may or may not heard of the Chosich Smoke Association yet. And but this dude is hands down.
Get your badge today.
Get your badge. Join the club. Join the Smoke Association. This dude is hands to the Smoke Association. This dude's hands down one of my favorite songwriters in town. He's a killer kid. He's a good friend, and you gotta see this kid. I say it in front of his face all the time. He's heard it's my tagline for this kid. And Gibby and I have spoken about it frequently that we don't know if he's an idiot or a goddamn genius. And one way or another, it works, man.
Do you say that part in front of his face frequently?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I've heard Brad say that many times, many times. That's the best compliment I feel like I can give. You know, that's a strong compliment.
It is.
It is. It's a strong compliment, and I can honestly say it's a little bit of both.
Hey, there you go. So if you haven't seen Isaac Chosich yet, come out, hear the songs. They're amazingly written songs. They're whimsical. They're funny.
North County fuck boy.
Yeah, North County Fuck
Oh,
Boy.
yeah.
I may do the whole fucking shroom suite.
You should do the entire Shroom Suite. Tripping on Shrooms 2. Is
I
that
thought
how
you
it
said
goes?
Shrooms
Shrooms
Week,
3.
like
Shrooms 3.
Shark Week, but Shrooms Week.
Is that a thing?
It is now.
It is now.
It is now.
Yeah.
We
How
should
many
do that.
how many
Shrooms a
songs
week.
do
It's
you
just
have
like
about
a whole
Shrooms?
week of fucking hell.
I want to go through this.
Shane
Name
said he
all
just
the
got
songs that you
home.
have about Shrooms right
So
now.
that means you should be able to answer the phone then, right?
I got
let's try 'em.
5 songs about shrooms now. The 5th one is about Sarah Shook.
Okay.
Then we got number 4, which is about I don't even remember. Oh, that's the one about Steelville.
Yeah, the Steelville Shroom story. That's a good one. Yep. And then just Shrooms 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
5 songs about Shrooms. It's a lot of songs about Shrooms.
Guys, we're 75 minutes into this thing right now.
Well, we just started this moments ago.
No, 75
been
minutes
like-
into
Oh,
this.
75 minutes
4
since
minutes
chewing the
into
secret
other
of
things.
substance. Yes.
I'm 33 years into this, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Man, that's getting way too meta right now. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Y'all, I do want to also remind everybody that the show is brought to you by Franzia Merlot that I didn't know that they made. I thought all Franzia was white Zinfandel for some reason.
I always
The
said
Merlot
it.
makes it like it's I don't know. It's just it's taking itself pretty seriously over there. I look at the box and I go, what are you trying to pull off?
Right. Well, see, I didn't even think they actually called it by actual wines. I thought it was just always like
Hello?
Hey,
love
Shane.
Chardonnay.
Isn't that Shane Presley?
Hey.
Welcome
Shane,
to Rock
can you
Paper
hear us
Podcast.
okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
Shane, welcome to Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey, good to be here.
Hey. So Shane, things are getting pretty weird over here, though.
Nice.
Yeah, did you make it? Well, first off, did you make it home safely?
Yeah, I did.
That's good.
Took a little while, but I made it.
Nice.
Here, you can put that up here. That's what we
Good.
got it for.
Yeah, set that there.
I feel like I'll direct it at the
that's
whoever's
fine.
talking
That's
to
fine.
him. Yeah.
Just to also let everybody know, Gibby's running this whole thing right now. We're just along for the ride.
Yeah, absolutely. Shane, it just worked out that there were a handful of audio engineers in the house. And
Yeah.
since we had already done the thing that we all discussed, we knew that we knew that we had a limited time to get this set up and fire off before we fired off. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, it's happening. It's happening. And we're very gracious that you've agreed to share your airtime with us, and we apologize in advance. As you said on your way here in the audio clip that you sent about not being able to make it, it's not getting any better.
No, it is not.
All right.
Both of those things.
It was all downhill from here.
So just to catch you up, we went through some introductions. I was trying to play Shane. I was failing at it, though. So we just kind of asked Isaac about what he was up to. But I'll just kind of go ahead and let you pick it up with the questions from here, bud.
All right.
Oh, wait, I thought we were treating Shane like a guest.
Oh, is Shane the guest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, Shane, how about you tell us what's new with your life?
Hey, Shane, what do you have going on, bud?
All right. Well, I don't even know, man. I don't really know where
I'm
to
sorry,
start.
Shane. Are we putting you on the spot?
Not so easy now, is it?
Not so easy.
It's a little weird being on this side of the,
That side of the phone call?
Yeah.
Well, we did play your new theme music.
Yeah.
We also mentioned your new sponsors, Franzia Boxed Wine.
Yeah.
Shrooms.
Very proud to have them part of the show now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dunky Donuts. Iced coffees.
Only the ones from QT, though.
Donkeys. I don't know what their
And,
theme song is or their slogan, but from now on, it's gotta be donkeys.
And psychedelic mushrooms.
It's gotta be donkeys.
TM.
So yeah, Shane, how's everything going with the podcast? Seemingly pretty well.
Yeah. Things are going well. Having a lot of fun doing the show still, and getting to, call into my own show. This is the first. So.
How many
that's
episodes?
fun.
How many episodes have you done?
759 right
Jesus
now.
Christ. Yo,
currently.
Wow.
So does that mean that we're 760?
Well, I was hoping to work on one tonight. That needs to go out this week.
Or is this going to be B-sides, like outtakes?
Just outtakes. No,
The whole thing is just one big
Y'all, this is
outtake.
episode
off-brand.
0. This is episode 0.
double out.
Yep. I have to say that makes me feel.
Let's. How does this make you feel, Brad?
Well, let's get into it. It makes me feel like Aladdin. Freeing the genie with his
carpet, homie.
which is with his third wish. That's what we're doing for Shane Presley right now. 759 episodes, and nobody has ever had him on his own goddamn show, y'all.
That is a shame. Yeah.
yeah.
It's a whole new world.
It is
You know
a
what I'm
whole
saying?
New world.
That's all I'm saying. So Shane, what's up with how's the school year?
Pretty good. I mean, same old stuff. I did have a lot of fun dressing as Forky the other day at the school.
Saw pictures. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
The kids really got a kick out of that, so that was.
Did you guys see that?
That
Shane
was
dressed
pretty
up as
entertaining.
Forky from Toy Story 4 or whatever. It was
I did not see that.
was
No, I
strong.
must have missed
Any
it.
good fights lately?
good fights. Yeah. Did your school see a lot of fights?
No, not a lot of fights.
Do you ever get in the
We,
action and break them up when they do happen, though?
Nah, we I mean, it's an elementary, so there is a lot of more. He just, he called me a name or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say, do you
That
start
kind of
putting
stuff.
money on it?
So it's like Tracy called Frankie a bitch, and that's like,
Right.
and then so that at that point you got to get the principal involved. Do they have at my elementary school they called them the black chairs. They were right outside of the principal's office, and that's like where you sat, and it was like in the hallway, so everybody that walked by like knew.
It sounds like something
yeah,
from Lord of the
that's-
Rings.
It was pretty rugged.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's what I'm saying.
The
Do you guys
black
have
chair.
anything like that? Like when they go to the principal's office?
I mean, there was like the bench right outside the office.
Fair.
I'm sorry, you were talking to
No,
Shane.
that's okay.
Yeah.
No, Shane, do you guys have anything like that?
Not in the hall, but there's definitely some chairs in the office, and there's a big window there, so everybody can see you sitting there. So
Shane,
it's almost like in the hall, but not quite.
Shane, have you ever been sent, like when you were a kid, were you ever sent to the principal's office?
A good question.
Not that I recall. I mean, not in like elementary or middle, but I did get in trouble in high school one time.
Oh, this is the story I want to hear. Yep.
Yeah, this is getting juicy.
So I don't know. I was just being stupid. That's what I do. And I had a 88 Crown Vic station wagon with wood panels.
That checks
and,
out.
Nice.
Yeah.
That checks out.
A big plastic Halloween rat duct taped to my hood ornament.
Oh shit, yeah.
And I used to do a lot of stupid stuff in that car, and obviously stood out. It was sort of a one of a kind in the parking lot, so everybody knew it was me. And one time I was like going too fast and cut the wheel and like slid off of the road and like ran over a stop sign in the school parking lot.
I thought that was going somewhere else.
All right.
I
All right.
really thought when you said you ran over something, I was like, man, don't tell me there's a little old lady right there.
no.
Or something. You
Just
didn't
a stop sign.
you didn't whack a crossing guard or something, did you?
No,
Be a lot cooler if you did.
I just leveled this stop sign once, and then they pulled my parking pass, and so that was pretty much it to that.
Was that like I'm trying to get inside the mind of Shane Presley here. Was that did you take that kind of thing with a grain of salt, or were you relatively mortified?
No, I mean, I laughed about it. They laughed about it. The office thought it was hilarious too. That,
Okay.
That they were just like, sorry, but we got to do this. But they just thought it was funny that I.
So you had friends in the office.
Right.
You had connects.
I get it.
Welcome to the dry club.
Yeah. See, when I was in high school, the office was like, it was the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the enemy.
Yeah.
And
No, it was
and
us
you
and
would
them,
try.
man.
It was us and
It
them.
was
That's
pure
what I'm saying.
anarchy.
Yeah.
In my rural.
It's
Illinois
important to totally.
high school.
I was
formative years.
constantly in trouble.
Same, constantly. That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
When Shane says, I got in trouble one time in high school, I love you to pieces, Shane, but I'm like, once?
Yeah,
like, once?
I started
good
a
for
riot
you.
at my
By
high
all
school
means,
for crying
good for
out
you.
loud. Like,
I can't. There's so many things that are probably still. I've been out of high school for 18 years, and there's probably still statute of limitations on some of those things. So I just can't. I have in my parents' attic, I have a framed letter that came to me about 3 months after graduation, expressly forbidding me to return to the
dude,
property.
I got the same
Yes!
thing.
Yeah, I
I got
remember
the
you telling me that
same
story.
fucking letter. It was like,
I
all
think
right,
that-
you're done with school. Don't
ever come
the
back
fuck
here.
come
Just
back
don't
here.
come
Yeah.
back here. Exactly.
Don't-
We did our part, and we never want to see you again.
Don't procreate
you know?
with the intent of your children coming here.
That's it. That's it.
But of course, little bastard me, a year after graduating high school, was friends with some girl that was a senior. I was like, oh, take me to winter ball or whatever. I want to sneak on that
you
fucking
got to.
campus,
We snuck onto a Spanish club skiing trip out to Hidden Valley, whatever. And I have no idea how, but we drove ourselves there. We followed the bus, and the Spanish teacher yelled at me, by this point I was 22 years old, but she yelled at me because we were supposed to be on the bus, not driving our own cars. And just, I have no idea. But we're legitimately skiing down the slopes, and my friend Maggie was with me, and she's going down the slopes, legitimately just going, we're skiing for free. We don't even go to high school.
Did she say it in Spanish?
No, she did not. She did not. And we got kicked out like 30 minutes after being there. But I'm just saying, Shane, the trouble that I got in high school moved well into my adult years. So to hear that you got in trouble one time, I'm a father now. I look back on a lot of things I did. I don't really do regrets. I do cool stories, but it gives me hope. It gives me hope in my old man heart, Shane, that there's just good seeds out there like you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. That's about all I got. I wasn't.
I'm just waiting for Shane to
much
break
of a
up. Like, but
troublemaker.
there's this one time I killed a guy, though.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, of course that. You know,
I was
Shane,
illegally flying planes.
Can we ask you a series of questions? We're going to go around the circle here, and we're just going to ask you rapid fire questions. Can we do that right now?
Let's do it.
Short answer questions. Yeah. Shane, have you ever tripped mushrooms?
No.
Wait. Are we going?
I wasn't ready
why
for
are we
my
go, we can't
question.
go
Yeah, you
counterclockwise.
better go
Let's keep
over to
this
him.
Okay, go.
Is your right foot bigger than your left foot?
Maybe.
what is your
think-
favorite TV dinner?
Oh, jeez.
Rapid fire, Shane.
What?
Rapid fire.
Like a frozen TV dinner?
Yeah.
Like that kind of.
Yeah, like you do that, like the Amy's Bowls or the Hungry Man, or you know,
Or even like a little kid, like the with the polar
Michelina's.
bear on it and the three.
You could even do
dino
like a
nuggets.
Jack's Pizza because I bashed one of those
Yeah, yeah.
the other night. That's
Yeah.
like nothing.
I'll go Hungry Man.
Hungry Man, love it.
He's a hungry man guy. Go.
What is your favorite style of Franzia wine?
Ooh. Bringing the sponsor into it.
Yeah.
We got to
You
give the
know,
sponsors
I,
fucking
plug.
their love time.
They're all wonderful products, but
Shane knows how to work
I
his-
don't know. I don't know that I've ever tried it.
All right, fair enough. Shane, how do you take your coffee?
Oh, I don't do coffee.
Oh, good boy.
Boxers or briefs?
Well, I do boxer briefs.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too.
love it.
Cups the balls, hugs
Good.
the legs. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Smart man.
Drive as fast as you can, or always do the speed limit.
Oh no, I never do the speed limit.
Oh,
He hit that one
y'all hear
crossing guard in
this?
high school, and he doesn't drive like a wild man.
You hear
anymore.
that? Do you mean that you drive slower or faster? Say faster. Say faster.
Much faster usually.
Oh, there's my guy.
Yeah,
There's
I
my
knew
guy
it.
breaking
I
the
knew
law.
Indica or sativa?
Oh shit.
I'm a wild man. I can't drive 55.
What kind of marijuana do you like, Shane? Indica or sativa?
Oh, I've never touched the stuff.
Oh my goodness gracious. Beer or whiskey?
I guess whiskey.
Fair.
Yeah.
I don't really drink much of either, but if when I do drink beer, like they all like kind of taste the same to me. So,
It's because they do.
yeah. And then I'd rather, if I'm going to be drinking, I might as well just get it over quick. So
Yeah.
so I go with the whiskey.
I'm with
Spoken like a true alcoholic.
Yeah, there you go.
Van Halen or Van Hagar?
I don't know. They both have a lot of really good songs.
That's the
I'm gonna
exact
go
opposite of what I would
I'm gonna
say.
go Van Halen though.
Desert Island Band.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Like
Like you get
Like
one.
you're
you
trapped
get
on a
one.
You're trapped on a desert island. You get one band to listen to for the rest of eternity.
oh jeez.
The Fighting Side,
I'll
Old
say-
Capitol, Eyes of
I'll say the
Chosich Smoke
Beatles.
Association, Craig Gerdes.
Say that again.
So I'll say the Beatles,
The Beatles.
That's fair. That's fair.
Classic.
just because they have such
sorry.
a catalog that I won't get too burnt out.
What's your favorite Beatles album?
I'll say
The whole world's listening, Shane.
yeah. I like Revolver a lot.
That's fair. That's fair. Revolver. That's fair.
it.
Spunk towel or spunk sock?
Oh my goodness.
You a towel or like a sock kind of guy, or just tissues?
Shane, the only correct answer is just saying your mom.
All right, moving on here. Let's see. So Shane, given the fact that we're here promoting on your show, why don't you tell us what you have coming up? You're doing this awesome songwriters night out at Naked Vine. That looks amazing. Tell us about what you have coming up.
Well, we do that every second Tuesday of the month in Chesterfield at Naked Vine. Let's see. Well, I have one tomorrow, but this probably won't be up in time. But in December, I have Jackson Stokes, and
What up,
Caroline
Tyler?
Steinkamp, and
She's the greatest.
Blank. Oh man, who's the third chair now? I don't know.
Ladies and
I'll
gentlemen,
have to
this is
look it
the
up. I'm
third
blanking
thing
off
that
for some
Shane
reason.
Presley has ever done wrong in his life. Right now, you're witnessing it, and this is it.
That's a hot ticket, though.
That is a hot ticket.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun night.
Nice.
You said Caroline, right? She was the
Yeah,
second one there.
totally,
So Caroline
yeah.
is also one of my favorite songwriters in town, and this is the thing that I think about all the time. What are you all doing? All right,
Nice.
the secret substances have entered the room over here. We're doing pretty good. When it comes to, let's just say that you were Caroline's. You were the man. You're the person in Hollywood that's like, baby, we're gonna make you a star. You know, what would you title her? Would it just be like Caroline, or would it be Caroline Steinkamp, or would it be like Aunt Carol, or what do you think?
Caroline in the City.
Caroline in the City.
Get it? It was a TV show.
It was a TV show.
Love that show.
You would.
What do you think, Shane? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. Aunt Carol has a nice ring to it, I think.
I have an Aunt Carol, so that's
you have
my.
an Aunt Carol?
Oh yeah, totally.
Does she remind you of Caroline?
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
That seems like a good thing for
Very
Caroline.
affirmative there.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that Caroline's got. I think that she's got a big thing going, just in general. And I think the songs are really good, and I think they need to be heard. And I think the sound is really good, and I think it's just getting better. And I keep telling people this, and Gibby right now is like, man, you're just plugging this girl all the time. But it is for real. It's gonna be a thing, and for that reason, I'm a Camp Caroline guy. Like I think like Caroline, because it's like a diva thing. It's like fuck you, I'm Caroline. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I think she's badass.
Yeah, that's my general thought on it.
You feel, it seems like you feel the same way about her as you do Isaac. Maybe Isaac and Caroline should do a project together?
I think they're in different worlds, but I do. Yeah, I put them on very similar things. But here's the thing: tonight is brought to you by fairly illicit substances, and a few weeks ago, I guess it's been a few weeks ago, a few of us got to get me and my girlfriend and Caroline. Also consumed some illicit substances, and we went and we saw Celine Dion, and I cried. Celine. I cried. Yeah, there was a lady behind us, immediately behind us, and keep in mind we're all the way in the nosebleeds because I'm not, I wanted to go see Celine Dion, but we're not paying a lot of money to go see Celine Dion or whatever. But the whole time she's going Celine, like the whole time, exactly like that. That's the grossest sound I can make. Celine. She's just right behind us. And I'm
Pack of
on these
balls,
illicit
please.
substances, and it was really doing a whole thing for me.
Are you
man.
sure
That's
this
all.
wasn't an outer body experience?
No, this was a real
He
thing.
not hung up yet?
No, Shane, you're
Shane's
still there, right, Shane?
Yeah, we're just hanging.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
I'm telling
the
you the
best
story too.
guest
I'm
ever.
sorry, but
Best guest ever.
yeah, Shane, you're a killer guest, man. We're stealing the airwaves and not giving you the attention you deserve. So let's get back to Shane Presley.
Actually,
I'm just enjoying listening to the show.
this. How long have you been a fan of this show, Shane?
Oh, jeez, I don't even know. Probably since episode 1.
Oh, wow.
You are the magic caller, so you do get a free box of Franzia Merlot.
Hey,
Brought to
Oh yeah.
brought
You
to Aspire
don't
sponsor.
fucking want it. It makes your mouth
Franzia
so
Merlot.
dry.
No, it's super
the
good, dude.
worst
It's got
thing I've had
that's the
in a long
tannin.
time.
They call that the tannin.
Shane, it
Tannin?
says
It's
here
got a mouth feel.
it says here that it pairs well with date night. So
Like Biff Tannen?
Yes, yeah. Tannin is.
It feels
I'm not
like
a
Biff
wine guy, but
Tannen is in
I
my
used
mouth
to
right now.
work at a
Okay,
steakhouse.
it's terrible.
We had to do wine tastings, and I believe that the leathery feeling is called the tannin. And some people like wines with high tannin, I think. I might sound like an idiot.
all I taste is sugar.
We need to I have a phone call that we can make after this, and we can ask. But Shane,
We're going to phone in a fucking sommelier.
we're gonna phone in a sommelier after
my
this. Yeah,
God.
Well, the show is brought to you by Franzia, and so we're
It's also brought to you by Donkeys, though. We're not going to call a fucking coffee roaster.
But everybody always has time for Donkey. I got a call for that guy.
Yeah, we
can call Donkey's biggest fan.
I'm right here.
Quinlan Conley from Quinlan Conley.
I will battle Quinn for the king of the Donkeys. Okay.
Shane?
Yes?
Is your wife still awake?
No.
Oh, are you just saying that?
No. She's got to work at 5 a.m.
He knows.
Where is this going?
Because we need to get Shane's wife on the phone right now.
For what?
We need to ask her rapid fire questions about Shane.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
She
Shane,
knows
can you go wake
if
her
he's
up?
into a towel or a sock, dude. She knows.
Oh my God! You're still back at the towel or sock thing.
But if anybody has that information, it's her, right?
Oh my God!
Or maybe she doesn't have that information.
I was
guess
gonna say,
some
if he's
people
doing it right, then she doesn't know.
Oh shit! That's the kind of guy you are.
Oh shit!
Oh man,
things are getting very real now.
Yeah.
Things are getting very real. Shane, how about we switch roles here and let the guest be the host? Maybe you could ask a few questions.
Yeah, sure. I had so I've been like watching a bunch of these Ellen clips keep popping up on my Facebook feed and Facebook Watch or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's like burning questions bits that she does, and she asks a bunch of rapid fire questions like this. And one of them I found interesting was, who was your first celebrity crush?
Oh man.
Topanga.
All right, so we're just gonna go around the circle and answer that.
Topanga. I mean, first.
I think that's the best way to do it. Yeah.
Oh man, it might be Kelly Kapowski.
Hey, rapid fire.
It's Kelly Kapowski. Yeah.
Hillary Duff, and it still is.
What up, girl?
What's up, girl?
I'm 36, man. Paula Abdul.
Ooh.
Straight up.
Word.
Yeah.
Straight up now, tell me, are you really gonna love?
I had a crush on this chick named Dominique Moceanu, I think was her last name.
I'm gonna tell you, he's gonna get obscure with it.
She
if y'all haven't heard of her,
she
I
was,
shouldn't.
she was like a.
Oh, you probably never heard of her. You're such a fucking hipster.
She goes to a different school.
No, she was a gymnast, and I just remember watching the Olympics, and I was like, "Yo, this chick's hot."
That's fair. That's
Okay.
fair.
Yeah.
First
Okay.
one.
I mean, that's the first I can think of.
Here's the thing. So when I was at the age where I thought that I was supposed to have a crush, and this has been, everybody remembers, like, it was Wayne's World, right, with the Bugs Bunny dressed like a girl thing, you're at that age where you're like, it's got boobs and it's wearing lipstick, so clearly it's a woman that is deserving of my admiration.
Welcome to Blurring Lines with Brad Jackson.
Yeah. Well,
If you're
I'm
just
saying,
tuning in.
When I was at that age, I would get under the covers. This was. I mean, I was 7.
Is this where the whole thing from Soccer Towel came from?
No. This was years before the sock came into play.
Okay, so now we know the answer there.
Snuck in the answer to that question. I'd get under the covers and I'd get that pillow and I'd snuggle up real close and I would pretend you know what? Whatever, man. Mrs. Jumbo. That was Dumbo's mother. Dumbo's mother from the movie Dumbo. Yeah. Listen to this. This is what's crazy about my psyche right here. She was legitimately just an elephant with a pink hat. And the pink hat apparently told my young brain, this is a woman deserving of your love.
You get boners to Miss Pac-Man too?
Dude, this was way pre-boner, dog. This was way pre-boner.
Let's unpack that there, Brad. Let's unpack that.
All I'm saying is,
Brad, how about you just come lay down?
There's lots of types of people in the world, and they're all deserving of love, Tony.
Come
That's
lay
what I'm
down
saying.
on this couch. Come lay down on this couch over here.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, Shane, next question.
Shane, that one question took us way off the rails. Hit us
I'm
with
really
number
sorry,
2.
Shane. I'm tripping on shrooms.
I don't know. I'm still pretty messed up by Brad's response there, so I'm trying to process
you know what
that.
I'm saying?
Are we sending some intense frequencies across this Facebook fucking messenger phone call right now? Are you tapping into what we're on right now?
I think so.
Ric Flair did.
All right, Shane, hit us with another hot button issue.
Shit. What? I was trying to think what some other good ones she had. Let's. I don't know. Damn it. I'm having a brain fart.
That's all right. I'm having periodic bouts of random laughter, so you're fine.
I'm a terrible host, guys. I'm sorry.
That's all right. You're on
No,
you're
you're
on the
guest.
spot right
Shane,
now.
I think
You're the guest.
you're just not used to being on that side of it.
Shane, I can absolutely tell you unequivocally that you are the best guest we've ever had on this show.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, thanks, guys.
That's why you won a box of Franzia wine.
that's it. Yeah.
You're the winner.
Totally. I think it's the kind of thing where you just pick your favorite color, and then we'll just get you that one.
Yeah.
So if it's red, we'll get the Merlot. If it's pink, we'll get the thing.
Chardonnay?
And then
Is that Chardonnay?
if it's blue, we'll get you just a few bottles of Boone's Farm. And then we'll pour it into a bag
Yo,
and
that
put it in
blue
a
Boone's
Franzia
Farm.
box.
We'll just take a
That
blue marker.
Boone's Farm, though. Let's get back to that real quick.
The Boone's Farm?
The blue one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
totally. Yeah, it's a good one.
What a treat.
Have you ever had Wild Island, Boone's Farm Wild Island? It's the clear one,
Ooh.
and it is just delightful.
We always did the melon ball. That was the big
Oh, that
one.
is a good one, yeah.
Or, just bring in the new year, Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah.
Also
yeah.
available.
So, like, circa, I want to say, like, 2004, 2005, we're talking, it was the Wedge, the bar of the Wedge, but this is like the Wedge. It's got to be the Wedge pre-Johnny Vegas. This was like before they ever opened as a venue, before
Johnny Vegas was even conceived as a little
it seems
baby.
like that. But it was on Monday nights, you could go to the Wedge, and it was Boone's Farm night. And for $1, they would serve you a Dixie cup of Boone's Farm.
Fucking right.
And so and there were like 40, 50 people in that tiny little place just getting trashed on Boone's Farm.
Just getting real loose.
And the funny thing was you got a Dixie cup for like the price of a whole bottle. Like if you just went to the
you're talking
store.
about like a small Dixie cup, though?
It was just like a juice cup.
Right.
Yeah, it was a small Dixie cup. So
You're
doing
doing a
shots
shot
of
Boone's Farm. Yeah.
all night. But, still $15 and you're hammered.
That
you know what I'm
is
saying? Like,
one hell of a business model.
well, they went out of business. I actually believe they lost their liquor license for a period of time and they had to close. And this was before all. And then when they reopened, I think it was under a new owner and with the whole thing. And so we started for about a year. Every Monday night, we just hosted Boone's Farm night at our house. And then we just line the fridge with bottles of Boone's Farm. And
Beautiful.
Did anybody ever play a One-Eyed Jack night at the old Creepy Crawl?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Monday nights, that was their big way of like folding in a bunch of shitty local bands like the band I was in at the time.
I thought this was Shane's time to ask questions.
Oh, that's okay. We're talking about St. Louis music history.
Yeah, One-Eyed Jack was like a shitty fruit-flavored beer that apparently they had bought a bunch of and couldn't sell it, so they would host these One-Eyed Jack nights where they would give the band that won
It's like a
case
battle
of
of the
One-Eyed
bands.
Jack. Yeah.
It's like a battle of the bands. You just won this shitty beer.
Every Monday night. And I
That's
think
like Shane winning the box of Franzia.
Yeah,
Except
exactly.
that Franzia is a quality product.
quality.
Quality product.
With
That's
a medium body
drying
to
the
it.
fuck out of my mouth, and I'm hating it.
That's
but
the
it's all there is
tannin,
to drink
bro.
on this.
Well,
thing.
this sweetness does fall anywhere between a dry and a medium dry. So.
Shane, you're from Wentzville. Do you know anything about wine?
What the fuck does that mean?
No.
I feel like, I don't know.
Wentzville is German for wine town.
You did not know this, Shane?
Yeah.
Come on. What kind of Wentzvillian are you?
Winsvillian?
Wentz.
Billion.
What do you
yeah.
call yourself? Other than
Shane.
Shane. Wentz.
What do Wentzville people call themselves?
I don't know. Rednecks, mostly.
Nice.
You know what bothers me is when they call themselves St. Louisans.
Oh, God. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm kidding, Shane. I'm kidding. You're
Well,
welcome.
yeah, Shane,
You're
you are a
welcome.
St.
You're a
Louisan.
St. Louisan. You're welcome among us anytime. I live in Maplewood,
We
dude.
say
I
that
can't
like
even
we're
talk,
the fucking
dude.
ambassadors to the city.
I can't even talk. I know. Well, I'm
Shane,
just
we'll go,
saying
ahead,
if-
we'll go ahead and give you a key to the
all
city.
I'm
real
saying
quick.
is, if anybody has a problem with it, I'll fucking give them. I got your back, buddy. I got your back. That's all I'm getting at. I almost got violent for you on the airwaves there, buddy. But the piece is running through my brain right now. The brand new synapses have
Firing
created
on the right
themselves,
level.
and we're just boom, boom, boom. Oh man, Zach.
Shane, more questions, Shane.
Yes.
Well, let's get a little topical and timely. Being that today the news broke that the Black Crowes have reunited and Rich and Chris are finally getting along after not talking to each other for 6 years.
That's
and
what they
are
want
going
to
on
look
tour, and we'll be in St. Louis August 23rd at Riverport. What do you guys feel about this? You guys happy or about it or not?
The Black Crowes fucking rip.
Yeah.
That's Isaac.
I share Isaac's sentiment.
Yeah.
Black Crowes have always been my favorite band. I don't know if you guys
Really?
know this. I actually have 2 tattoos for the Black Crowes.
I saw you drunk around Lucero. Are you sure?
I don't remember that. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. Actually, that's the night
I
that
saw you tell Ben Nichols that he's been your favorite band since you were a little boy.
Ben.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, then
He's not.
That's true.
He might be.
Ben,
No,
go ahead and call in now.
The Black Crowes, though, they're one of my favorite bands, and they're probably my biggest influence when I was younger. But just knowing their history and everything, I hope it happens, but I wouldn't be shocked at all if it falls apart.
Little do you guys know that every night before Tony goes to bed, he plays She Talks to Angels, and he slices watermelon very thinly. He just eats very thin slices of watermelon. He's in bed with that song every night.
Every night.
Every night.
Oh man!
Doesn't take his boots off.
Do they have other songs than that?
No.
No.
You know you got a ghost cowboy over here.
Dude, what? Hold up.
So
Okay,
the
okay.
establishment that we're at, this place is haunted.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
You got a cowboy though, with a blue shirt.
I just want y'all to know, Isaac over here, who has 5 songs about tripping on shrooms,
No, I'm not gonna remember this.
is
Too much Franzia.
he's feeling some things right now, and he has just told us that he has just witnessed a ghost cowboy dressed in blue.
He had a hat.
Shane, you should be glad you're not here because that's terrifying. That's terrifying. Where was he? And I'm going to keep my eyes on that spot all night long.
Over there.
Okay.
Was he up the steps or on the?
Right to the right of the steps.
Like he's just chilling at those tables over there?
Yep.
Good vibes, bad vibes.
I'm going to
Good
throw
vibes.
up.
All right,
He looked
cool.
like a happy cowboy, you know. He looked pretty fucking chill.
All right, he's just here for a show.
Saw him at the corner of my eye. I was like, he's over there.
How you feeling about that, Brad?
I've seen ghosts before. Yeah, I've a ghost. Shane, have you ever seen any ghosts?
No, I don't believe so.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, I believe there's some weird stuff that's out there for sure.
I
Do you
straight up
believe
grew
that
up
there's
in
a
a haunted
fucking
house.
cowboy over here?
Do you believe that there's a ghost cowboy at the place that we are right now that shall remain
Yes.
nameless? Okay.
Rename nameless.
Rename nameless. I can't feel my face right now, so that's the best you're gonna get. Oh God.
If you're just tuning in, we're live with Shane Presley and a ghost cowboy.
Ghost cowboy.
It might have been that tote.
Oh, was it just that tote, dude? There's a. This episode is brought to you by Standard Blue Rubbermaid totes
I love them.
that may or may not be ghost cowboys
This
as well.
is actually a hot take about Gibby. I love Rubbermaid totes. I have a lot of them. Every
I'm a
time
big
I
fan of
go
totes,
to
dude.
Target, I try to buy 1 or 2 of them. You can never run out of things
fair.
to store in them.
Are you
I
a-
might be a
Franzia is
hoarder.
Best served
pretty
out of Rubbermaid
smart.
totes.
Whoa, I've
Never
heard
thought of
that.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been like, how can people afford to get all these totes? They're so expensive.
They are really expensive. That's why
Totes.
you buy 1 or 2 at a time, like
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
Gibby's talking
that's
about.
genius.
You
Yeah.
do that like that.
Yeah, you just start hoarding
Well, the cool
totes.
thing about that is it's actually how much do you spend on 1 tote?
Like $10.
Like $10, and for that $10, you can actually just eliminate the use of any bags from the store because you just throw all your shit in the tote.
Exactly.
So it's actually
Exactly.
like you're getting a tote and you're like fucking saving the environment,
And if
bro.
you're buying something real thin, you can slip it in between 2 of those totes
2 of those
and eliminate money waste.
eliminate money waste, which is a huge
trying
Which
to
is
be.
a huge thing.
I'm just economical here. That's all.
Just economic.
But what happens if they pull the totes apart? Then you're like, oh shit, that wasn't me. I didn't know that was in there.
I mean,
totally. Somebody must
pretty
have put
mu-
that
yeah.
in there before.
Or are you just speaking hypothetically?
it doesn't take much for me to fake a like dumb stoner thing. Like, oh, whoa, no way.
Wait, can we get back to this ghost though? What's the likeliness that it was just the tote or actually the cowboy ghost?
100% just the tote.
Hold on, I want to hear Isaac.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
What are we even talking about?
We're talking about the ghost that you may or may not have seen.
Okay, so he had like a blue Western shirt on.
Okay.
Couldn't really see the face. Definitely had like a tan hat on.
Okay.
Wait, what's the likeliness that it was just that tote or actually a ghost?
It's probably like, I don't even know. It could be.
If you had to
It's
break
like
it down to
50-50.
percentage, okay.
It's like
Because there is
50-50,
a
either
tote
ghost or
they're
tote.
kind of in the same spot.
I was really hoping we were going to get like 50 to 75. You know, like numbers that just don't add up to 100.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was hoping we were getting.
All right, so there's like a
But we're talking about the
45%
supernatural, so
chance
you
that
can
there's
do
a
that.
toad
Sure.
over there and a 70% chance that
Supernatural math with
I
Shane
know what I'm
Presley.
talking about right now.
So, Gibby, you grew up in haunted house.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Tell me about that. Gibby believes in ghosts 100%.
Oh, yeah.
100% chance.
You getting some chips to eat there, Shane? It's kicking back.
In those boxer briefs?
Yeah.
Shane, before we get into this story, what are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing a bolo tie
Yep.
and a cowboy hat.
Yep.
It was Shane, dude.
It was
He
Shane.
is here.
It was Shane.
I fucking knew it.
Shane, is it a tan hat?
Yeah.
Yep. See, he was here.
Is it a white sport coat and a pink carnation?
Shit. All right, Gibby, tell us your ghost story, dog.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this house I grew up in Belleville was built a long time ago, 1896. It was haunted as fuck. There was lots of stories. I don't even know where to start, to be honest.
Just give us one. Doesn't have to be the scariest. Just give us a good one.
Oh, this is the most memorable, and I love telling this one because I have somebody that will back it up with me as well. But I was probably 13, and me and my friend Tori Dalhoff decided that we were going to go to my dad's house at the time. My parents were
Sounds like a
separated,
bad
and we were
job.
going to.
Wait, how old were you?
Tori is a guy.
Oh, shit.
Tori was my bandmate.
Oh, okay.
And we were gonna go
Sounds like a bad
play
job.
music, right? So we set up in my old bedroom, and Tori's got this little Ibanez practice amp, solid state thing.
That we all did. We all had that one.
Okay, so you ever pick up like I don't know, Radio Disney or some shit on your amp?
Fuck yeah. I
Yeah.
have a computer at the house that still picks up gospel radio from like Georgia or something.
Yeah,
It
so we
does
started
See, that
picking up.
computer's haunted.
that. Yeah, exactly.
We started picking up some shit on the amp. Played another song. Stopped. Realized that the voices we were picking up on the amp were saying "Help me."
Oh, shit.
Oh, get the nope.
So we ignored it and played another song.
Yep.
And
Watch out for the ghost.
we stopped, and it was saying "Help me" even louder. So we were like, "All right, this is freaking us out. Let's get out of here." We both stood up, and then as soon as we stood up, it said, "I see you," very aggressively. We
Yeah.
ran downstairs, hid by the back door. I grabbed a knife. He grabbed a pizza cutter because that was the only other sharp object that we had. But he actually texted me not that long ago. It was like, dude, did that happen?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? I'm like, yes, I remember that. Of course I remember that. And I'm telling you, that is one of so many stories that I can tell you about that fucked up house.
That just scared the shit out of me.
Y'all, Tony just went and turned on
The air conditioner.
what would appear to be the air conditioner. It is currently snowy in St. Louis, and I believe that Tony has just kicked on the AC.
It's getting a little hot.
And yeah. But yeah, you could say we have the chills over here from that story that Gibby just told.
Brad, any ghost stories?
Yeah. So I'm the skeptic. I spent the majority of my life believing in ghosts, but to the extent that it's people say it and their stories are compelling enough to scare me, and if I'm scared, then I must believe it a little bit, and on and on and on. But But I guess I would have always said, like, I don't know, man. But I was living in Nashville. I was working on 2nd Avenue in Nashville, and I saw, real plain and simple, it was a big party bar, and some of the bartenders would, like, kind of frequently, end up hooking up with a chick that was at the bar or something like that, just whatever. And so I walked in the kitchen, and there's a front door and a back door of the kitchen, and I walk in the kitchen, and I see this girl come in the back door of the kitchen and go into the storage closet right there. And my initial thought was that one of the bartenders from the backside of this place had, picked up some girl and told her to meet him in the closet or something like that. So I grabbed one of the other servers, my buddy Ryan, and we walked to the back of the kitchen. And I'm telling him, I'm like, man, we got somebody in this closet. This is going to be awesome. And, we crowd up outside of the door, and we yank the door open.
Tony, hit us with some scary lights.
Oh, yeah, get us some spooky lights up in here, yeah. And we yank the door open, and there's nobody there. And this is the kind of thing where, I'm a pretty self-actualized person. I have a tendency to, like, really think about these things, and I never took my eyes off of that closet. I mean, the door was still closing. Ooh. This just got sexy, if you're asking me, man. But I never took my eyes off of the closet. The closet door was closing when we got there. It was there's just the lights just got very spooky in here, which means it just got really spooky inside my head. But that's the thing, and in that moment, man, I really had to acknowledge that I had seen a ghost, and then later, a handful of other people corroborated the story and literally described everything that this girl was wearing, because they had seen her on other occasions as well, and that fucking spooked me out more than anything, man.
I'm back, y'all.
So now I believe in ghosts, man. Tony, you believe in ghosts?
Oh, I believe in ghosts for sure.
You ever seen any ghosts?
Yeah.
You said the place we're in right now is haunted.
Yeah. So I believe in ghosts, but I don't think I'm not a fucking psychic medium or some shit. Like, sure. I believe in it, but I don't really consider myself super, what do they call it? Sensitive to it.
Yeah.
Right. So, but however, we were here at one point.
I'm sorry, hang on. Shane, what's happening right now?
I turned it up louder.
Just listening to the show.
Yeah. Okay.
I turned it up louder out there so we could hear it better.
Oh, nice.
On our end.
Shane's
I just
scared
heard
of our
heavy
stories.
breathing. I was like, what the fuck is
all these
going
ghost
on?
stories are freaking him out, man.
Freaking him out, man. Shane, if you could see the lights right now, and if you were on the substances that we may or may not be on right now, you'd be freaking out, man.
I'm freaking out already.
You are freaking out, man. But no, in the place that we're at right now, there's one time I was upstairs pooping.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Poop ghosts.
In the that's what I call it. It's the poop ghost.
Yeah.
So there's
Dude, I feel you on the poop ghost.
There's
We'll
a
talk about
ghost
that
up
later.
there, and so day one, not day one of my life, day one of this incident. It's probably about 3:00 in the afternoon, and I'm upstairs defecating.
Pooping.
And
got it.
I come out of the stall, and I open the stall door, and there's this shadow blowing. The bathroom up there, it's the
shadow ghost style.
Well, there's this door that goes out of the bathroom, and it's just like a frosted glass window.
Yeah.
And I see the shadow go across, and I didn't think anything of it. I was like, weird, but okay, cool. And then I come down, and I find out that nobody was up there or anything. I was like, oh, that's a little odd.
Yeah.
Day two, the next day, pooping again, because I have a relatively regular schedule.
That's where you poop.
Day two, number two.
And day two of number two, yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm up there again. Same thing happens. Open the stall door, and I see the shadow go right by. And so I'm like, all right, this is just too weird at this point. And no, I at that point, I knew nobody was up there.
Sure.
I think I was one of two people in the building,
Right.
and everybody else was downstairs, or
Yeah.
the other person was
Yeah.
downstairs. And so then I start to conduct experiments.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, well, what if it's just a shadow? What if it's a car driving by? And so I'm standing there waiting for a while, and I hear cars driving by and no shadows going by. I went back in the stall door, and I tried opening it different ways and being at different angles to see if the shadow...
Paranormal investigation.
Yeah, and nothing. So people seem to be relatively certain that there is a ghost up there anyway. It's just weird. Nobody ever knew that there was a ghost that liked to watch people poop. So it's a weird ghost on
Well, so
top
that's
of
what
it.
I was going to ask. Do you think that he or she is watching, or do you think it's like just basking in the scent?
Yeah.
You know?
Is
Like,
it a shit demon?
I mean, aren't they all though?
Aren't they all?
Jesus
though?
is our Lord and Savior, so,
So
they're
I've
all
always-
shit demons.
I've always been able to comfort myself in the fact that my house is not haunted because I've run down the hallway so many times about to shit that I knew that if my house was haunted and the ghost had any concept of comedic timing, that's the moment, you know? Like
it's just not a
if
comedy
you're
ghost.
Well, if you're a haunter, you know, like if you're doing the haunting,
Right.
you wait for that moment. That's like the holy grail of haunting moments when somebody's running down the hallway, like pants already half
Holding
down,
the butt
like
cheeks
just
together
like,
type of
totally.
thing.
And that's when you, boop, you know, like.
Oh, you just scared the shit out of me.
exactly, yeah.
I like how you think of ghosts as pranksters.
Just casual.
Yeah, they're not all
whimsical
Caspers.
pranksters, You know what I mean? Like, yeah, totally.
I've been haunting your house and
Well, then they
waiting
go
for
back
you to
to
have
like the bureau
diarrhea.
and they fucking like it's like Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
You know? Like it's like Monsters Inc.
I got
but
him
with
good
ghosts.
this time.
Yeah.
He shit all over
He
the
shit all
hallway.
over- He shotgun shit 6 feet.
Actually, they talk about that in Scary Movie. I'm a shit on these walls.
walls.
Oh man.
Isaac, you believe in ghost dog? I mean, you just saw the cowboy, but
Yeah, I just saw that cowboy. It may be because I'm doing some stuff. It may be because I'm not. Who knows?
that's fair. Outside of that, though, what are your thoughts on ghosts?
They're definitely real.
Yeah, have you seen ghosts before?
Probably. It's hard to remember.
That's fair.
Those aren't like things that I just remember, I guess.
Isaac, I feel like you might have been Haley Joe Osment from The Sixth Sense. Like when Isaac was a kid, he was like, I fucking see dead people, dude. You know, like.
But he just doesn't give a shit.
He just doesn't give a fuck, so he's like, yeah,
We
bro.
were just watching that
fuck
fucking
it.
movie the other day.
Dude, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
the paranormal one or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie was awesome. It was called
The
Getting
Sixth
some
Sense,
good
right?
tracers.
Talking about The Sixth Sense?
No, we watched the new
Dumbo.
It was Dumbo, yeah. I've just always had a thing. I don't know what it is. No, we watched a movie. It was called Extraordinary. It was called Extraordinary, and it was an Irish comedy, a spooky comedy, and it was good. It was fucking good. That's my endorsement. This has been Brad's movie recommendations.
Shane,
podcast is brought to
do you
you
ever
by
watch
Spooky
those videos of like boys in the jungle building swimming pools?
Holy shit, I love those.
Do I watch those?
Yeah,
have you
you
ever
know what
seen?
I'm talking
It's
about?
I feel like Gibby made it sound creepy, but it's just like those Asian or Indian dudes that are just out there and they're just building like huts with swimming pools in them, like in the ground.
They just build
Can we
it out
back
of, like,
this up though and
clay.
talk about your reaction to
Yeah.
that?
Like I think
no.
I've seen it once. Like I don't like watch a lot of them.
Me and Brad went down a wormhole. They're pretty incredible.
They're crazy good, dude.
Yeah.
You can definitely put in. I mean, Isaac and I have been down that wormhole too.
We were
Did
all
you guys
there.
just do that wormhole while I went back
that
there?
was the same
no,
day, wasn't it?
Tony doesn't. I don't
No,
think he
I've
knows
seen
what
him.
we're talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I just didn't know about this wormhole.
Oh, dude, I'm saying that they're probably. You could probably
can
watch
watch
those
it.
videos for like 6 or 7 days
Oh,
straight.
it's after
and not-
the Cult of the Bell meeting, the first one.
that's
yeah.
right. That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah, we
quick,
do have to-
quick
Sure was.
sponsor right there.
That is a
Cult of the Bell.
sponsor.
We do have
St.
to
Louis
plug
Cult of the
that.
Bell.
Isaac, would you like to tell the people about the Cult of the Bell?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Cult of the Bell. Fucking join. That's all you need to know.
Is Shane a part of
Really.
it yet?
Liv Moss.
Shane, are you a part of the Cult of the Bell?
I am a member, but I have not been able to attend a meeting
That's all right.
yet. But
You got to come to
It's
Temple,
fun.
bro. You got to. It's
That's
a
all right.
it's
Yeah,
a great time.
You're a follower right now, and as soon as we can bring you to Temple, man, you'll be a full-fledged inductee or whatever. You
For
know?
the listeners that
Card-carrying
don't know
member.
what we're talking about, basically we promote personal success and wellness through the consumption of Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
We think that Live Moss is a true motto for your life.
Yeah.
And the more Taco Bell that you consume, the higher you will transcend into a greater existence than the one that you're living in now.
You just sold it as a pyramid scheme, kind of.
It's not a pyramid
no,
scheme.
it's a cult, dog.
Yeah, it's a
It's
cult.
It's like a real cult.
Yeah.
We do suggest that all of our members bring us their yearly salary to the meetups.
Yeah.
But
That'd
if you,
be fucking tight.
Yeah, that'd be tight. But if you don't do that, just bring like $10 and get like a fucking ton of Taco Bell, dude. Because $10 is like.
Well, yeah, your yearly salary minus
whatever. Yeah.
a number 10 every day, whatever that comes out to.
Totally.
You
Yeah,
know, it's
yeah,
at
that's
763.
And we will guarantee
success.
We'll guarantee your entry into the promised land. We'll just say it like that.
Even on this plane, I think you wind up being a better salesman, a better cook, a better artist, whatever it is that you do. The more Taco Bell you eat, the better you are at it.
Totally. And if you give us money, we'll tell you about it.
Did you just give the secret away, though?
No.
There's no.
Man, that's it. It's just when you're like us, you have automatic ranking in the cult because you eat it all the fucking time.
The secret is a menu hack that we won't reveal, but the secret that
up down up down.
Once you are inducted, we tell you what the menu hack is.
Listen, I'm gonna give you guys a real low level one from the Cult of the Bell right here, Gibby. I apologize,
you're giving away which tenant
just
is
one,
this?
Just one. This is the beefy mini.
Oh,
the beefy mini
this
quesadilla.
is
Y'all
okay.
listen.
Yes,
Everybody
the beefy
loves
mini
the beefy
psalms.
mini quesadilla. You know,
Yes.
the psalm of the beefy mini. They remove in their wisdom, in the wisdom of the Bell, they have removed the beefy mini quesadilla. We just have to trust that there's a plan. We have faith, and we think that they're doing this for the greater good. But in the meantime, in the meantime, they still have that bullshit ass chicken mini quesadilla on there. That thing's trash. So listen up. It's just like this. It's going to cost you 60 cents extra because it's not just 99 cents anymore.
Pay your dues to the Lord. Get over it.
Chicken mini quesadilla minus chicken, sub beef.
Sub beef.
Boom. Cult of the Bell, bitch.
Amen.
Cult of the Bell.
I actually had tacos before we came here, and I had
tacos too.
I bought a bottle of Taco Bell hot sauce.
Are you feeling holy?
Not even. I feel
I had
fantastic.
a chicken fried steak.
Damn.
Shane, how often do you eat Taco Bell?
Probably not enough.
That's always the right answer.
Shane?
Yep.
But it's not the right answer.
That is the right answer because you can never eat enough.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
You're right. Not
Probably not
enough.
enough is the
Unless
right
you're doing
answer.
it like every day, then you could be
Nirvana,
like
yeah.
every day, but
Yeah, I got it.
Nah.
But even every day, are you doing every meal? Like,
Listen, I just want to tell you
yeah.
like this. If you wonder how much Taco Bell cred I have, I got yesterday for lunch. I got a double chalupa box, right? And I ate the double chalupa box, and they have that little thing that they give you, and inside that double chalupa box, there were 3 shreds of cheese in there only. I successfully ate a double chalupa and only spilled 3 shreds of cheese, dude. That's like the fucking impossible.
I
dude.
thought you meant that they only gave you 3 shreds of
that's what I
cheese.
thought.
I'm
No,
like, dude,
no.
how would you even-
I'm talking about the idea that when you looked in that little box, dude, legit, hold on. You guys just trust me. I took a picture of this because I was really proud of myself here because that's
I
the whole thing.
understand. Like usually you have like fucking meat falling out of that bitch.
That's
you
the
have
whole
fucking
thing, dude. That's the whole thing. Now, I've
cheese,
clearly
lettuce.
exaggerated because there's a little bit more than just some shreds of cheese. But if you could just pass that around for the homies,
That's pretty good.
that's what I'm saying. That's the box
For
that the
everyone
double
listening
chalupa.
in, look at this picture.
Yeah, that's the box that the double chalupa came in, and that's
couple
all.
tomatoes.
That's all I spilled out of there. Yeah,
Pretty good.
That's pretty good, though. That's pretty good. That's the whole thing. I also can successfully eat just a crunchy Taco Bell taco while driving without spilling anything.
Oh, yeah.
that is some work.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Mm-hmm.
I
Have
went
you
to
not had Taco Bell this week?
I
yet?
went to Wendy's last night.
That's all right. It happens. We all,
I got the
we all
double,
falter sometimes.
the
Wendy's
double
is dank.
cheese and the chili, and
At least there's chili.
get that
this
frosty
morning I felt the devil in me, and I knew that I had done wrong by the Lord, and I'm just asking for your
The
forgiveness.
devil's dope too.
Devil is pretty dope, actually. Let's not lie. That chili was pretty fire.
Shane, what's your favorite Taco Bell menu item?
Probably cheesy gordita crunch.
Yes.
Oh,
Attaboy.
fuck.
Yes.
Yes.
Attaboy.
Number 10.
That's my guy.
Love
That's
it.
my guy.
That's my go-to.
All right. I'm with it.
Is it is it cheating on Taco Bell if you go to Jack in the Box and get their tacos?
No, it's a whole different thing, dude.
Yeah, that's a different.
Right.
The only
You can't compare those tacos.
Well, I'm not trying to compare them. It's just
Yeah.
like, do you have to repent?
the only
No.
cheating is
No,
White
It's
Castle.
just like you went and got something
Yeah.
totally fucking different.
Yeah, that's all that is, man.
Yeah.
That's all that is. Shane, what's your
Did-
favorite? What's your favorite fast food?
Did anybody? I was gonna say, did anybody see on Sunday Night Football like a week ago the clip I shared online, also on Facebook and Instagram? And he said it was like I think he was Baltimore Ravens like defensive end, and he said and they're like when they do the introduction of what high school or what college they went to and stuff, they were like he said whatever his name was, and then he goes body by Taco Bell.
Oh fuck, no.
Did anybody see that?
Taco Bell.
That's brilliant, but we needed it. We needed
It
it.
made me crack up. I was like, I'm finally training like a professional athlete.
Attaboy.
Because he knows.
Yep.
He knows the secret.
He
dude.
ate enough that now he's a fucking professional athlete. This is what I'm trying to say to you people. The
simple,
more you
dude.
eat, the better you will be. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Look at that guy.
We're actually, that's what we're doing right now. All of us eating this much Taco Bells, we're training to be
Professional
on the new
athletes.
XFL football team in St. Louis.
Let's come to St. Louis.
Well,
Yeah.
they're doing XFL. I'm doing WNBA.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Shane, hit us with some hot button. Let's get fucking serious, man. Let's get really serious.
Wait. Or should we do the show? Should we talk about the show we have coming up? Shane, did you have anything you wanted to ask us about the show coming up?
Let's get real serious, Shane. Let's talk about the show coming up.
I don't know if that's gonna.
Yeah.
I don't know if those two things go together.
Shane, do you know about this show that's coming up?
A little bit.
Well,
I know it's going to be a banger.
it's gonna be a banger.
That it will
It'll be
be.
a banger.
I mean, that's really all you need
I
to
hardly
know.
know her.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Isaac. It's November 30th. It's at Old Rock House.
It
It's
is.
Old Capitol in the fighting side, and Craig Gerdes. Hey Shane, have you had Craig on the show before?
No.
Well, goddamn.
He's not going to help us.
Have you had anybody talk about Craig on the show before?
No.
Damn.
We're
Till today.
just trying to figure out how to properly say the last name. That's all that is. That's all that is.
So also on that show we have Chris Black and the Eagles of Unemployment
And the
Isaac
motherfucking
Chosich,
Isaac Chosich
who's
Smoke
with us
Association.
right here. He's
Smoke-a-soch.
swiping on Tinder right now.
No, I'm just looking at Brad's post, seeing if there's any questions.
Shit, are there
No.
any
Oh,
questions?
nice.
No.
Nope. There's no questions.
Shane, are you going to be here for that show? We'd love it if you were.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
Nice.
yeah. Hell yeah, that sounds good. Shane, if you had a Tinder profile, what would be some things that you would include about yourself?
I don't know what goes on a Tinder profile. What do you?
Like,
Yeah.
you have like a,
Smart man.
like
He's
a,
married.
like a
Smart man.
50-word blurb to just tell your near future sex partner everything that they need to know about you.
Would it be like, I eat Taco Bell? I love the fighting side.
Be like, hey, I'm Shane. I host Rock
That's
Paper
usually-
Podcast. I like
That's usually my go-to, and it just, I mean,
cheesy gordita crunches.
Body by Taco Bell, baby.
I recreated a picture of Hank Jr. for my Tinder profile.
Did you?
I did. Look at that shit.
Let's do that.
Boom, boom.
Oh
boom,
shit,
boom.
that's killer. So you guys can't see this right now, but this is a picture of Isaac,
Shirtless with a hammer.
shirtless with a hammer, with a
Yeah,
with
you
a-
can't see it. There you go.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
definitely holding a little sledge.
I get it.
Got
yeah,
the little
yeah,
sledge
yeah,
in
that's
there.
on the Tinder profile. Do you get what's your match rating like? Do you get some pretty good ones?
I got like 40
Oh,
hits right now in my
shit.
just messages.
Can I flip through some of those messages live on the air right now?
Yeah, don't have any messages.
Oh, come on, bro.
Oh, wait, actually.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. What you got for me, baby?
Wait. Can you read these just in your most
Oh, yeah,
radio
absolutely.
voice?
Yeah.
Oh, are you
Down on my profile, it says that I'm probably down to start a cult.
Oh, shit. Let me just read your profile real quick.
Yeah, you gotta get in the profile to know.
Okay, so here we go. Here we go.
Because most of the chicks are just asking about the cult.
Let's see, yeah.
Smart girls.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this chick loves you, man. Have you hung out with this chick?
No, she's like in Chicago.
She seems cool as fuck, though. She seems down, dude. I don't
Wait,
know
down.
how to-
15 seconds in.
Dude, I just mean,
this,
like-
this chick's cool.
Dude, this chick's cool, man. It's been a while for me, dog. Okay, hold on.
Any super like is because it fell
Here we go.
on my face. Like
Isaac, 22. Honkytonker.
it, yeah. On my job
So- so-
description,
so-
it just
so-
says fucking honky
All
tonker.
right, here we go. About me. Hey, ladies. It doesn't say hey, ladies, but I needed it to. Super stoned leader of your favorite anti-American country rock band, the Devil's Triangle. Really tired of the way we're living. Earth is fucked. Trying to start a revolution. Founder of the infamous St. Louis Cult of the Bell. Let's get a bottle sometime and ride lime scooters.
Yeah.
See if anybody's into this, man. Dude, that's a good profile, dog. Shane, would you
No
swipe
one's
right
ever
on
been
that?
down to get a bottle and ride lime scooters.
Dude,
I
me and
gotta
my girlfriend's,
point that out.
like third date, we didn't get a bottle, but we fucking rode lime scooters and smoked hella weed. Shane, would you
Swipe
swipe right or left on that?
I've already got my pants off, ready to go. So.
Shane, towel or a sock?
Towel or a sock, dog? Towel or a sock? So this girl, she says, "Hey, Isaac, I'm in for the revolution. Probably still down if it's a cult, too." And Isaac says, "Hell yeah. Cult is the only way, baby." She says, "Sign me up, dog." And he said, "St. Louis Cult of the Bell, baby. We're on Facebook." This is fucking romance, dude. This is what romance looks like in 2019, y'all. I just want you to know. Shane, do you feel like your wife would have gone for lines like that? You're a married man. You got a good thing going on.
Yeah, I think she would have gone for that.
That's fair.
I need to edit.
She's a
Hell
big
yeah.
fan of Taco Bell.
Yeah, Gibby, you need to up your game.
I'm fucking up.
Clearly, dude.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Are you gonna have enough battery on your phone?
Oh, bro, yeah. I'm good to go.
Brought to you by the
We've
new
had
Discover.
him on for an hour and 3 minutes at this point.
Oh my
so,
goodness.
Just to give you guys a timeline.
Shane, are you about ready to get off the phone with us? That's a strong question.
Sure. I mean, whatever you guys want to do, it's your show.
That is the most hostile we're ever gonna hear Shane be.
That was it. Whatever you guys feel like you got to do, dog.
You know, deep down inside, he's like, "God damn it, get these fucking people out of my
Shane's
life."
got a fresh fucking brand new out of the package tube sock laying right there. Wife's asleep, dog. She's got to wake up for work at 5 a.m. He told us all the stuff, dude. He's ready, dude. He just heard all of the fucking smooth stylings of Isaac's Tinder profile, man. I feel like it's our civic duty to let Shane get off
I
the
think
phone
so.
right now, dude.
I think so.
Got a couple packets of Diablo sauce
Ooh,
just laying right
hey-o.
next to the bed.
Shane, we want to thank you a ton for calling into your own show.
And your box of Franzia will be sent to you at
Yeah.
some point in your life.
Yeah, you just pick a color, just like any of the classic Crayola colors, and we'll find one.
The macaroni and cheese flavored Franzia.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Shane, you got anything you want to plug before we let you go, buddy?
Come on out, November 30th. That's all. To Old Rock House.
Listen to that. Just like Aladdin using his
Fucking
third wish
pro.
to free the fucking genie.
He's a
Shane
fucking
uses
pro.
his plug to plug our show.
Brilliant.
You know what? Shane, St. Louis doesn't
Shane-
deserve you, dog.
Shane, continue.
You're a good friend and a good man.
Mayor of the St. Louis
Well-
music scene.
Well, I love you guys, and thank you for having me on my show.
Love you too, brother.
Love you, Shane.
We're gonna get real weird. We're gonna get real weird here. In
The
a minute.
show's just getting started.
Yeah,
Yep, well-
it's not getting any better.
We'll send this to you tomorrow.
like the
Shane
road.
Presley.
Just like the
Yeah, I-
roads.
All right, bud. Have a good night.
Love you, brother.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
See you, bud.
Who should we call now?
Well, y'all, I can tell you right now, absolutely, that my brain is about to rocket ship straight to Mars. So I don't know how much longer I can keep it together, man. So whatever y'all feel like you gotta do, man. But I might need to wander around for a minute. Whoa. Okay. Let me rein it in.
I don't even want to know who we're calling. I just want it to be a
Rein it in.
surprise.
Reining it in.
Come on.
Oh, man.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Love it. Love it.
We could. Who was it?
You see the ghost?
I just heard him.
Yeah?
No.
I just heard the blue cowboy.
Was he yodeling?
I heard a scuffle.
Did you hear a boot scooting boogie over there?
I heard a little boot scoot for
Just
sure.
one little boot scoot, one little boogie.
Hello?
Little heel toe dosey do going on over there.
Yo, who were you just trying to call over there?
I was trying to call Baxter.
Oh,
I was
Jacob Baxter.
Yeah, I was trying to get a member of the
Jacob
Craig
Baxter.
Gerdes band,
Yeah,
Gerdes.
yeah.
So we can at least figure out how to pronounce his name, right?
I know. Well, should I try Fluky? He would
Yeah,
know.
give Britton a call,
All
man.
right,
Let's see if Britton's
let's
on.
try Fluky.
If Britton's on, we'll talk to him about all the things he's got going on because they didn't make it tonight because they were rehearsing a new project that they're calling something.
I don't think we
The
have the
South City.
Well, we don't have the. Do we have the? License to announce it?
This will come out after that. We have the license to announce whatever the fuck we want to.
Very
Calling
true.
Britton
Very true.
Fluky Wood.
Let's see here. Do. Calling them. Oh, you know what? I apparently don't even know. But they have a new bluegrass project in the works. It's called the South City Cowlicks. South City Cowlicks.
Like the hair?
Like the
hair
hair,
thing?
yeah. But and they had to miss tonight, going on this excellent journey with us to rehearse for the River City Opry.
Oh.
This coming Sunday, I believe that's going to be one of their performances, as well as a night at the Livery coming up, I believe.
Yeah, why don't you plug us on this River City Opry coming
Yeah. I
up?
was saying, why don't you
That's
tell us
fine,
about
man.
that?
Yeah, the River City Opry is fucking sick. It's been going on. I mean, about 2.5 years now, which is wild.
Jesus.
That's a wild
awesome.
thing to me. Yeah,
And
Really
you
been
do
that
it-
long?
it's been 2.5 years.
It's-
Man. Isn't that insane?
Is it
I
every
know.
month, right?
It's every month, yeah. On a random Sunday. In 2.5 years, we still haven't been able to be like it's the second Sunday or the third Sunday, but it works like that. It's totally fine. But it's always 7 or 8 local, country, Americana, indie, whatever acts. We dip into rock and roll and all that stuff as well. And it's cool. 20-minute sets, back to back to back. Have a YouTube channel we put everything on. It's been killer. 2.5 years though.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Completely blows my mind
That's
every
so
single
cool.
time. We've had like 230 acts through the Opry, and that's like a lot of. I mean, and that's like not repeats. Like we've had like 270 or whatever, and then
Is it all local?
yeah, and then just like if we have homies coming through town,
Okay.
if there's like any road guys. I always try. I go through
Yeah, we've
bands
had
in town and I see
Quinn
who's gonna be
Conley
here.
and Bob Fleming. And
Totally. We've had all the homies on it for sure.
Yeah.
I sent a bunch of unsolicited messages to Vince Gill while he was in town,
Oh,
trying to get him
nice,
to come
nice.
play the Opry. Yeah.
You gotta be
Uh,
careful throwing
he-
that word around, though.
He didn't come.
Unsolicited.
Which that unsolicited.
You
Oh, I
gotta-
know, yeah. Well, I sent him a couple other things that were unsolicited,
Right.
but
right.
I just wanted
Sock
him
pics?
to see my Vince Gill. You know what I'm saying?
Some
And,
unsolicited towel pics.
Oh yeah. Oh, Gibby's got the yawns over there. I
Yeah.
know how that's.
No, I think he's seen the
You seeing some stuff there, Gibby?
You seen the old Blue Ranger over there?
You all right over there, buddy?
I'm fine.
He's fine. He's fine. Yeah, the Opry's been a killer thing, man. It's been really good. I think it's really taken on just its own thing. It's super easy. It's super. The people over at Off Broadway host that, and they're just super killer about keeping it a really low key, disorganized nightmare all the time. You know, but it's such a wonderful, chaotic, just sort of beautiful thing where it's happening at a time where nothing else is going on. So it's just sort of, it goes, man.
To piggyback off of that idea, the whole beautiful train wreck thing, this is year 14 of The Last Waltz.
Oh, yeah.
Man, is that right?
Yeah. It's I only know because this is the first year that I'm actually playing it. And so being a part of the event now, I saw that it's 14 years, which is crazy.
Yeah. So that'll be
Isaac, y'all. He's got to go on an adventure.
November 26th at the South Broadway Athletic Club.
Is it 26th?
It's whatever the Wednesday before Thanksgiving is. Blackout Wednesday. We do it every year. We have a good time. We play basically all the songs from The Last Waltz. And you've got the Manis Brothers and Old Souls and Old Capitol and a whole bunch of other great bands that come up, and Brad has turned himself into a bat using the curtains along the back of the stage. But yeah, it's a good time. We're doing that.
Waltz? No, we are not. That's the Stagnite Last Waltz. Is that what
Yes.
you?
Yeah. There's a couple of imposters
Johnny Vegas,
out there.
Has only heard the fighting side one time.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, Johnny Vegas.
He's missing out.
No, for some reason, I feel like it's like a thing. Johnny Vegas is everywhere and doing everything, and it just, I always run into Johnny enters the room as we're leaving the stage. Almost every time, it just has worked out like that.
Yeah.
Just that way. And so,
I think he actually might be a spirit, and that's just when he appears.
That's what
right
I'm
after
saying.
your set is
That's
done.
what I'm saying, exactly.
Is he the blue cowboy over there?
Yeah, he's looking. Isaac's over there looking for it. No, everything that Johnny Vegas does, I've always been a fan of, just in general. But talk about beautiful shit shows, man. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because the first couple of years, Old Cap was on it. And we're like, oh, well, we got to learn these tunes. We got to learn them. And then we played the show, and it's like, just have fun. You know, it gets off the rails pretty quick.
No, it's totally
we all
in
get
our
pretty
wheelhouse, of course. It's
ham
something that we would
slammered
love to do. It's just, I'm not gonna bug him about it. You know what I mean? Who you got on the line there?
Hello.
What up, Daddy? You guys just high on fucking shrooms?
Oh, hey, buddy!
Oh, what's up, Baxter?
Hey, friend. Jacob Baxter, you're live on Rock Paper Podcast.
We're live. We're actually live, like live.
Not actually live, but we are recording currently, and there's no reason to edit this out, so it's about as live as you're gonna fucking get, baby.
Yeah. Before we get started, is it Craig Gerdes or Gerdes?
No, it's Gerdes, as in like Curtis with a G.
Okay, like a girdle, but it's Gerdes.
Like
no, November 30th at Old Rock House.
On the back, like it's in
Now that we know how to pronounce his name.
You know?
We have Old Capitol. We have the fighting side. We have Craig Gerdes. We have Isaac's Chosich Smoke Association.
I'm still here.
Hey!
Baxter, did you make it back to St. Louis?
Huh?
Did you make it back to the city?
Well, I'm almost back to the city. Yeah, we're still cruising on the interstate. I'm about just a little south of Edwardsville. You know how it be.
Well, you want to swing by here on your way?
If you send me a little address, I might be able to do that. Dog, it's been 25 miles an hour the whole way down, dog.
Shit.
Get to see semis going in the ditch, get to see a couple 15-passenger vans, you know. I'm just throwing my Ford Escape into four-wheel drive and acting like it's not a problem.
Sounds wild, man. We are recording in an undisclosed location, but if you had to pronounce the anagram, it would be or.
That caught me way off guard.
It bothered me.
We're at Tony's place of employment right now.
Oh, yeah, the Eagles unemployment, dog. I feel that, man. I just got my food stamp check in the other day.
Word.
It's only going to be like $100 a month. I'm like, come on. You guys know I'm poorer than that. Come on.
That's pretty good. What were you doing?
I was doing a little bit of farming up north. We were farming in the snow, which was pretty cool. Harvest is getting a little late on this year, so we were up there. I was helping my dad run the combine through the field, work a little bit of ground.
Hell yeah.
I'm interested in your story. I just have the shroom yawns real bad right now. I didn't mean to yawn into the microphone right there.
I was just getting real stoned out in the combine for days.
Hey!
Hey! Dog, farming's real boring if you ain't stoned.
Hey, Baxter, are you excited about the show on the 30th?
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm excited about that show. It's going to be fucking banger. They gave me Old Capitol, Fighting Side, Craig Gerdes, fucking Isaac, Eagles Unemployment. I mean, I pretty much straight up banger lineup.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We're losing Brad right now. Brad's going to hide behind a curtain.
Is Brad just dying of beautiful shrimp?
You might be able to hear it.
Full-blown ego death, baby. Full-blown ego death.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone. We lost him.
We lost Brad Jackson. We're here with Jacob Baxter, Tony Bertoglio, and Isaac Chosich. You're listening to Rock Paper Podcast. This has got incredibly off the rails.
Oh, man.
And I love every second of it. I'm glad that you're here with us, Jake, and I'm glad that you're safe because the roads are shitty.
And as Shane told us earlier, they're not getting any better.
Yeah. So, Baxter, sock or towel?
What was that? I caught a second ago. You said Baxter what?
Sock or towel? That's been the question of the evening. Where do you dispense your loads?
I still missed that time.
So,
Say that again?
He missed it.
I said I missed what you said of the two questions that you asked.
It's sock or towel?
Sock or towel? Oh, as far as like where to like wipe some stuff up?
Yeah. You like a tissue guy, a sock guy, a towel
I'm kind of a sock guy because I take off my socks next to my bed, whereas I like hang up the towel on the back of my door. And I'll be damned if I'm going to get out of bed like kind of like a mess like that to like walk all the way to the door. But I'll reach over and fucking grab a sock without a problem, or a shirt or something. I mean, whatever's kind of near it.
My man, my dude. That's what I'm saying, dog. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? And if the towel's available, I'm in. But I usually only wet towels on the floor because I'm not fucking Neanderthal.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Thank you. You got to keep a clean home.
This is why me and Max are
And the
friends.
sock works perfectly because you can just throw it in the wash. Like, I feel like a towel you can use a few times before you wash it. A sock isn't like that,
You know what? I bet Tony over here is one of those dudes that just lays a towel out on his stomach.
Tony's a towel guy?
Those fucking guys are just goddamn
Right, Tony's a
monsters,
towel
dude.
guy. I'm just not really sure
And his general
if I can be
reaction
here
to
for
that
that
confirms
emotionally,
it. His reaction to that confirms it. This motherfucker is on the floor right now.
I can't believe none of you guys let it pool up in your belly button. I mean,
No, when it gets to the belly button, no, that's
You
the whole thing, because I got
monster.
an innie, not an outie.
So Jake,
yeah.
Which, once again, then the sock is more handy because the towel is like thicker cloth.
dude, that's it. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can stick that sucker right in there and fucking do a little bit swab. It's fine.
Yeah, dude. So
It's not an
Shane,
issue.
Shane couldn't make it here because of the weather, but we had already consumed the illicit substances, or we may or may not have already consumed the illicit substances. So Shane told us that if we recorded this, he would share it on Rock Paper Podcast. And so this is episode 0 of Rock Paper Podcast right now, and we're discussing the real shit that people want to hear about.
the
You know what I
important
mean?
issues, really.
Baxter.
People really want to know where we're wiping, like, what would be children if we weren't fucking losing.
Baby batter.
Baby oil.
Do I believe in ghosts? Fuck yeah, I believe in ghosts, dog. I grew up in a haunted house.
This is
You and
why we're
Baxter.
friends, yeah.
I think you guys are actually just long lost brothers.
Yeah, Dibby and
gotta
I
go
talked
wander around,
extensively
guys.
about ghosts, actually.
Oh, yeah.
We're definitely on the same page with that.
100%.
Be careful, Brad.
Yeah, because like once you live in a house that is like that, you fucking know. You know what I
Right.
mean? You know, it's like there's no question that like something paranormal is going on. We got to call Zach Bagans.
Brad, watch out for
Well,
the
and
poop
after
ghost.
a while, it even stops being like spooky. It's just like, oh yeah,
No,
there's
it-
you know,
we're-
there's
hey,
the
it's a
ghost doing that
lock-in.
thing that it does. You know.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
like that's our
lock-in.
buddy. It's like it's consistent. You know.
Yeah, it's like a raccoon trapped in your attic. You know. It's like, oh yeah, that's just
it's like a raccoon in the attic, dog.
that's
It's like
just
a pigeon in
Murdoch.
the chimney. You know.
I got a snake in my boot.
Yeah. Who said that?
That was Tony. I
Oh,
should
Tony?
let you know that we have spotted a blue ghost cowboy here tonight.
Really?
Yes, Isaac called him out. I didn't see him, but the second Isaac said it, I felt his presence.
Isaac's also pacing the backside of this undisclosed area like he's about to fight the ghost.
Dog, y'all saw a ghost tonight. That's fucking wild. How was that high on shrooms?
It was a pretty good time.
Wild.
I enjoyed it.
I felt it.
You boys are fucking wild. Are we going to take shrooms before we do this show on the 30th?
Probably. We've got leftovers.
Sounds fucking dangerous. I mean, I think that we should.
Yeah.
It'd be funny, too, because Craig doesn't do psychedelics, but he doesn't do shrooms. So if we were all just dying in the shrooms, that would be hilarious.
Oh, I'm all about it.
Oh, man.
I'm fucking in, you know?
All right.
This show is brought to you by
Franzia.
The show is brought to you by Franzia, Dunkin' Donuts, JOB, whatever that is. I keep staring at it on Brad's shirt. It's haunting my subconscious right now. Marlboro cigarettes, Jacob Baxter, and mushrooms.
I like how you snuck Jacob Baxter in there.
He's
Jacob's
a sponsor. Yeah.
Well, that hashtag was going around for a while. Jacob Baxter is a music town, so I think that can now be a separate entity away from myself. You know, that can also sponsor things.
I'm with it. Jacob Baxter is
Yeah.
a music town.
hashtag Jacob Baxter is a sock guy.
I don't know that we actually got a final verdict on that because
No, he said whatever's laying next
yeah,
to the bed.
he's very circumstantial.
Yeah.
He said that it was most frequently socks, y'all. Come on. I will give the shirt off of my back
for him to wipe up,
to clean myself up if I need to. That's what I'm saying. I feel what he's saying.
Like if you're ever in the room when Baxter gets off, you'll be like, "Here, I'm such a good friend. I'm going to give you this shirt off my back."
I think y'all are weird for taking your socks off before you get in bed. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
You sleep in your socks?
I sleep
No,
in my
you sleep
shoes
with your
if I
socks
could.
on it? You a fucking psychopath?
Right? Thank you, fucking Charles Manson
Oh,
over here.
I can't be here for that either.
Yo, the
So
next-
Tony's fucking
every
using
unsolved
towels
murder
to
that
clean
happens
himself
in
up,
St.
and you're
Louis
sleeping with your
was Zach
socks on?
Gibbons.
Yeah.
So all of
Dog,
you guys
you're
take
all
your
my
socks
friend.
off.
Yeah.
No, I take my
Definitely.
socks off for sure.
Unless I'm
What the
sleeping in the
fuck?
back
What
of
am I
your
gonna
van
clean
at a
myself
David
up
Manis
with if
wedding.
The socks are not on the floor and they're on my feet.
Oh my god. I might have to like rethink my life at this point.
I
I didn't
would
think
hi- I
this
would
many
recommend
people
it.
took their socks off
Are
when
you
they got in
fucking
bed.
kidding me, dog?
No. You
I
guys,
mean, dog.
your feet don't get cold at night?
Thanks, buddy.
No, my feet do get cold at night. I put a blanket over the end and I wear a union suit.
Man, I think I get a little more rough and tumble with my blanket than y'all do then, because that
Oh, you're
blanket
getting rough and
is.
tumble with your
Thanks,
blanket? It's kind of hot,
I
Jimmy.
mean, it's yeah. I'm trying to tussle about in the night, you know. I'm trying to wriggle and writhe. Okay, that's how I get myself to sleep. That's how I get
That's why
myself
you're
off.
a real lover, Gibby.
Say that again.
I said that's why you're a real lover.
Yeah, he knows. You heard it here, Rock Paper Podcast.
You heard
Yeah,
it here
you
on
heard it here,
Rock
Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey,
first. That
hey,
Gibby's a real
hey.
lover.
Thanks for tuning in to Rock Paper Podcast. Hey.
That's so close.
We
dude,
might be
for
setting
real
a
boy.
record for like the longest rock paper podcast.
No, it's not the longest. It's definitely the longest time I've dealt with this trippy ass lighting in my face.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
just laid down on the ground and
Hey, y'all should send me that address
case-
because I'll come see you guys like fairly soon.
I'll send it to you. Hey, check that Facebook chat that we have.
oh yeah, peep
Okay,
that.
I can do that. I got to roll, though, because I'm about ready to be crossing over that old 64 bridge. And I got to start making some decisions here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, when you get into St. Louis, swing on by, or?
How far back in that group chat do I actually got to go to find that?
Fair.
Yeah.
Love you, brother.
We'll smoke some weed
Love you
when you
too.
get here.
Bye.
We'll see you on November 30th.
All right.
November 30th.
I think it's probably time
Not
we wrap
December.
this thing up. November 30th, yep.
Y'all, I could do this all night.
I can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah,
there's
I'm literally
there's a very
done.
good
I've
chance
been
my
done with
laptop
this for,
stopped recording like an hour ago.
Shit, I didn't even think about that.
There's a very good
I
chance
would be
I
crushed.
didn't hit record.
Oh,
so
shit.
let's just live with that
That's
fact.
a reality.
Wrap this thing up.
If that's the case, we've just been sitting around
this
talking to
has
these
been
mics like fucking idiots.
Another
Totally, yeah.
phenomenal edition of Rock Paper Podcast.
Yeah, so to wrap this up, I am Matt Maher. You've been listening
I am
to...
Britton Flukywood.
Introduce yourself, sir.
Zach Anderson, introduce yourself, bro.
I'm Neil C. Luke.
I don't even know who I want to be. Fuck.
That's the most meta
That's
answer.
Craig. That's Craig Gerdes over there.
I don't even know who I want to be. All right, guys, signing off. We'll see y'all on the 30th.
Hey, wait. Play that Rock Paper Podcast theme song one more time.
Oh,
man.
fuck. Let's
Ladies
see
and
here.
gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another edition of Rock
Towel
Paper
or sock?
Podcast.
Oh, shit.
Proudly
Wrong.
sponsored by Franzia Box Wine. Comes in all of the Crayola colors. Also sponsored by Dunky Donuts. But only the ones from QT. Also sponsored by Shrooms.
Oh, shit.
Paper Podcast.
Scissors beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats scissors, Shane covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guest that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot. Could be rock, folk, country, or hip-hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock Paper Podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Well, yeah, that was it.